Welcome to the Jones Media Center podcast studio. Here, we offer a setup for recording 4 individuals at once using Shure SM7B microphones and a RØDECaster audio production studio to help you deliver a quality recording. In this tutorial, we'll walk you through everything you need to know to record. Let's start with an overview of the equipment. This is RØDECaster Pro 2. To turn it on, press and release the red power button on the back right corner of the RØDECaster. After a few brief moments of loading, the RØDECaster will light up. Each of the sliders along the bottom left of the RØDECaster is color-coded to match one of the 4 microphones around the table. To ensure the microphone will pick up the speaker, start by moving the corresponding slider up to the thicker hash mark to the left of the slider. Next, set up your speakers with their microphones. For the SM7B, it is best to speak about a hand's distance away from the microphone. It's best to have your speakers face straight on or at a slight angle to the microphone when speaking. Now, have each person speak into their microphones one by one at a normal tone of voice, adjusting the corresponding slider up or down until the input bar on the top right of the screen is in the yellow range or slightly below. If the volume still sounds too quiet or too loud when the sound bars are in the right range, you can adjust the headphone volumes for each pair using the color corresponding dial on the top right of the RØDECaster. Before you start recording, double-check the back of the RØDECaster and ensure the USB drive and micro SD cards are plugged into the back securely. When mounted to the RØDECaster, both a micro SD card and USB drive will appear as icons on the top of the RØDECaster screen. To view details about these devices, simply tap on the USB drive icon and both devices will pop up on the screen. To return to the main menu, press the home button in the top right corner. Excellent! Now you're all set to record. To start a recording, press the green Rec button on the top left of the RØDECaster. The button will turn red. To pause a recording, press the Record button and it will turn orange. By pressing the button again, your audio will continue to record the same file. To stop recording, press and hold the Record button for a few seconds until it turns green. If you start a new recording from here, it will be on a separate audio file on the USB. So, you recorded your podcast. Wonderful! But how did it sound? The easiest way to check is on the RØDECaster. You can play back your recordings by tapping the gear icon in the top right corner of the RØDECaster screen, then tapping Show. Now, tap the Recordings button and select the most recent recording. Press play and listen to your show through the headphones. Everything sounds good? Here's how to transfer your files safely. Return to the home slider screen by pressing the Home button. Then, tap the USB drive icon in the top middle of the screen. You'll be using the USB drive mounted on the right. Tap the Eject button in the top right corner of the USB storage section. Follow the prompts on the screen until it is safe to remove the USB from the RØDECaster. From here, you can plug it into your computer or any of the JMC desktop computers and copy the files. Once the drive is plugged into the computer, it should appear on your desktop or in the Finder as RØDECaster. Open the drive by clicking on it. Inside the drive will be a folder called RØDECaster. Open it and locate your recordings in the most recent folder. If you made a stereo mix recording, which is the default we set the equipment to, you will want to copy the stereomix.wav file. A .wav file is uncompressed audio. Any application should be able to read it without a problem. Once you've copied your files over, please hit the Eject button next to the drive in Finder, or drag the drive to the trash can on your desktop to eject it. Once the drive disappears from your desktop, it is safe to remove it from your computer. You're not done yet. Before you leave, there are just a few steps to follow to set the next person up for success. Please ensure the USB drive is plugged into the RØDECaster in USB-C slot number 1, and any microphone settings you adjusted are returned to the default values. Then, turn off the RØDECaster by pressing the power button on the back of the device. Follow prompts on the screen to power it down fully. Once the device is off, please return the physical sliders to their lowest setting and replace the plastic cover on the RØDECaster. Lastly, please return to the service desk and pick up your ID. Thank you for recording with Jones Media Center.